2025 and 2026 are going to be epic years for superhero movies, and I'm all in. After the huge success and popularity of the genre, there's a lot of debate about what's next. Some think we've hit the peak already, but I do believe it's just going to keep getting bigger. Either way, superhero films are in the spotlight, and I'm pumped for the big Marvel and DC projects coming in 2025 and 2026. Captain America: Brave New World, February 14th, 2025. The possible runtime for Captain America: Brave New World has surfaced through various theater listings. It is going to be slightly under 2 hours. Since most MCU films tend to run over 2 hours, and every Captain America movie has done the same, this runtime was a surprise. However, it could mean a fast-paced political thriller that doesn't waste a second. Set to hit theaters on February 14th, Captain America: Brave New World was originally scheduled for May 2024 before being pushed to July and finally to its current release date. The delays affected other MCU films, shifting the entire slate. Interestingly, the film's previous July 2024 slot was also when Thunderbolts was supposed to release. Since Brave New World is one of the last 4 movies before Avengers Doomsday, it's expected to set up major elements for the next Avengers film. With President Ross urging Sam to reform the Avengers, this could be the first real step in launching the multiverse saga's big crossover event. The first trailer for Captain America: Brave New World dropped on July 12, 2024, giving fans a deeper look at the story. It opens with a tense White House scene where Sam meets President Thaddeus Ross, played by Harrison Ford, who takes over the role after William Hurt's passing. Ross, who once arrested Sam and his team during Civil War, now wants to make Captain America a government position. However, things take a turn when Sam gets caught up in an international crisis involving retired super soldier Isaiah Bradley, setting him on a high-stakes mission. The trailer teases an intense showdown and a glimpse of the menacing Red Hulk. Another trailer was released during D23 Brazil, providing even more insight. This one focused on Isaiah Bradley's assassination attempt on President Ross, setting the stage for a political thriller in the vein of The Winter Soldier. It also showcased Sam's upgraded Captain America suit, complete with a new flight mask. And speaking of a serious upgrade, today's sponsor, EKSTER, is upgrading the regular wallet, making it smaller, better looking, and even trackable. So if you're like me and often lose your wallet, EKSTER is a lifesaver. EKSTER is having a Valentine's sale that ends on the 17th of February and an anniversary sale that continues until the 31st of March. They have 30% off, but use my code ROYALTY and you will have up to 40% off EKSTER's wallets now. I picked out the space gray aluminum card holder, which is their slimmest card holder yet, without sacrificing storage. All wallets are equipped with their patented trigger ejection mechanism, giving you quick access to all your cards. The wallets are skim-proof, equipped with RFID protection to offer an additional layer of security. As if that wasn't enough, EKSTER's solar-powered tracking device, conveniently placed on the back of the wallet, lets you track your wallet's location from your phone. You can use the two-way ringing feature or receive separation alerts. Only 2 hours in the sun equals 3 months of charge. They also have the Finder card, which will help you track your wallet if you lose it. Don't forget to use our discount ROYALTY or use our links in the description or top comment for up to 40% off at checkout. One of the biggest reveals is the introduction of adamantium, the powerful metal associated with Wolverine. The trailer briefly features the celestial Tiamat from Eternals, confirming that the MCU is finally addressing that storyline. Since adamantium plays a huge role in Marvel lore, its introduction is bound to have lasting effects on the MCU. Speaking of that, a new Captain America: Brave New World teaser just dropped, and it casually name-dropped adamantium in a rap verse. But that's not all. It also revealed that this crazy metal was found on an island and is apparently more indestructible than vibranium. A lot of people were shocked, like they just found out the nuclear codes were 1, 2, 3, 4. Like, how is anything more indestructible than vibranium? Well, here's the thing. Adamantium has always been the top-tier metal in Marvel. It's the real deal, the one everyone actually wants. Vibranium is cool and all, it's strong and absorbs energy like a trampoline, but adamantium? That stuff is pure unbreakable super metal. We've known adamantium was coming to the MCU for a while, but honestly, the real MVP here is the Eternals. Turns out, their presence in the MCU is actually leading to something huge. Cersei has canonically created adamantium, and this could mean we're about to see some serious new weapons and characters, maybe an adamantium Ultron, an adamantium suit for Cap, or even something bigger. There's been a ton of misinformation floating around about Captain America Brave New World, so let me break down 4 key things: reshoots, budget, test screenings, and Sam's helmet. First off, the budget. Yeah, it's one of the cheapest Marvel movies in years, nowhere near the rumored $400 million. As for the helmet, some people weirdly assumed Marvel was trying to hide Anthony Mackie's face because they weren't confident in a black lead. In reality, he's flying at high speeds. That's literally why he's wearing it. Now, the reshoot drama. Jeff Snyder originally claimed the movie was getting 5 months of reshoots, and a bunch of people ran with it. Turns out, that was completely false. The actual reshoots were just 22 days long, happening way later than Snyder claimed. And by the time the truth came out, the damage was already done. Then, there were reports of terrible test screenings, but those also turned out to be nonsense. The rumor started because one person had a negative opinion, and sites like World of Real treated it like fact. Moral of the story? Go watch the movie yourself and form your own opinion. Thunderbolts, May 2nd, 2025. Thunderbolts is the first of 2 team-based MCU films dropping in 2025, bringing together a group of morally gray characters under the plans of Valentina Allegra de Fontaine, Julia Louis-Dreyfus. When filming started, Marvel confirmed the title as Thunderbolts, asterisk included, but Kevin Feige has stayed tight-lipped about its meaning. The movie is set to hit theaters on May 2nd, 2025, sticking to Marvel's usual early May release slot. Leading the team is Bucky Barnes, Sebastian Stan, joined by Yelena Belova, Florence Pugh, U.S. Agent Wyatt Russell, Red Guardian David Harbour, Ghost Hannah John Kamen, and Taskmaster Olga Kurylenko. A special look at the movie was shown at D23 Brazil, teasing team dynamics and hinting at the plot. It reveals who's taking over Avengers Tower, what the gang's been up to since we last saw them, and gives a new perspective on whether Sentry could be the bad guy. Let's break down the trailer frame by frame to catch the details you might have missed. We kick things off with a scene with Yelena, Alexei, Ghost, and John are cruising through the desert. They filmed this around Emory, Utah, which Marvel loves for these wide-open scenes. It was also when the working title was Oops, All Berries, a reference to Captain Crunch cereal with just the berry pieces. In this scene, Alexei chats non-stop about American landscapes, even calling Oklahoma super flat. Shots fired at Echo's hometown. It gives us a glimpse into his past as an undercover agent, stretching across regions and countries. We get a better look at his car later, which is totally a beat-up limo with Red Guardian limo service on the side. Seriously, it looks like Alexei has been moonlighting as a chauffeur, kind of like how Logan became a limo driver in his movie. The limo gets caught in a chase, and things get wild when Alexei flips a switch and suddenly Pony by Genuine starts playing along with a fog machine. Yep, he's that kind of chauffeur. Meanwhile, Yelena's become way more tactical in fights, dodging bullets and reacting fast. Then, surprise, Bucky pulls up, doing his Terminator thing, and gets into a serious showdown with the limo. It turns out he's got a new cold vibe and seems a little off. Oh, and we also get a flash of a new black and yellow Marvel logo, which could be hinting at Sentry, who might be a new superhero in the mix. Then, we see the Thunderbolts team in an elevator, where we finally get an answer to the long-standing question, who owns Avengers Tower? Drumroll please, it's Valentina. She's made a big move, and now she's calling the shots from the iconic tower, giving off big CIA vibes. What better way to launch the Thunderbolts than from the old Avengers HQ? Next, we see that there's some tension between Yelena and Valentina. Their relationship is a bit rocky, especially since Yelena still holds a grudge about the whole Hawkeye mission. The trailer wraps up with an intense sequence in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Superman, July 11th, 2025. The upcoming Superman movie is the beginning of a new era for DC Studios under James Gunn and Peter Safran. This movie is set to launch DCU Chapter 1, Gods and Monsters, which will reimagine the iconic superhero for a new generation. David Corenswit has been cast as Superman, stepping into the shoes of the legendary character alongside Rachel Brosnahan as Lois Lane and Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor. With this all-star cast, fans are eager to see how these new actors will breathe fresh life into these beloved roles. The movie will not focus on Superman's origin story, but will instead explore a younger Clark Kent working as a reporter at the Daily Planet. The plot will delve into his struggle to balance his Kryptonian and human heritages. Although details remain sparse, it is confirmed that Lex Luthor will be one of the primary antagonists. The tone of the movie aims to capture a hopeful, sincere version of Superman, moving away from the darker, more brooding elements seen in previous films. James Gunn has shared glimpses of the Superman suit, which retains the iconic S emblem, but with a more fabric-based, streamlined design. Fans can also look forward to seeing Superman engage in high-action sequences and intense moments of personal reflection. The film will explore his relationships, particularly with Lois Lane, and will likely feature significant character development. The first trailers for the film have already showcased moments of excitement, action, and heart, building anticipation for the new take on Superman. Fantastic Four, July 25th, 2025. After Disney scooped up Fox's film and TV assets in 2019, Marvel Studios announced the Fantastic Four movie, which will focus on one of Marvel's most iconic superhero teams. The Fantastic Four First Steps is set to hit theaters on Friday, July 25th, 2025, just 2 weeks after James Gunn's Superman. The latest Fantastic Four First Steps trailer has sparked some interesting reactions, particularly with its 1960s-inspired setting. While the trailer opens with a 4:3 aspect ratio, it quickly transitions to widescreen, revealing a futuristic world with a mid-century aesthetic. The characters, especially Sue Storm and Johnny Storm, are shown using their powers, with a glimpse of Sue's shield and Johnny taking flight. The trailer emphasizes family dynamics, with Sue Storm's line, "We'll face it together as a family," setting the tone. The cast has been well received, with Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards, Vanessa Kirby as Sue Storm, Joseph Quinn as Johnny Storm, and Ebon Moss-Bachrach as Ben Grimm. However, the voice choice for Ben Grimm has raised some eyebrows, as his Rockman persona seems to have a different tone than expected. I also do have mixed reactions to changes in iconic characters, like Silver Surfer, who will be portrayed by Julia Garner as Shala Bal, rather than the usual Norrin Radd. The trailer also hints at a potential appearance of Galactus, with a shadowy figure looking over the Statue of Liberty, signaling the arrival of the planet-eating villain. Ralph Ineson will take on the role of Galactus, the massive Marvel villain. Paul Walter Hauser, John Malkovich, and Natasha Lyonne have also been cast in undisclosed roles. Additionally, with Robert Downey Jr. slated to play Dr. Doom in Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars, there's a chance he might appear in the Fantastic Four before those films. However, with both Galactus and Silver Surfer already in the movie, Dr. Doom's presence could make things a little too crowded, especially with Downey's anticipated return to the MCU. Avengers 5, May 1st, 2026. At the 2024 San Diego Comic-Con, Marvel dropped a bombshell that left everyone talking. Not only is Robert Downey Jr. coming back to the MCU, but he's going to play Dr. Doom. This idea definitely feels risky, but with the Russo brothers and RDJ teaming up again, it could work, just like it did with Avengers Infinity War and Endgame. Avengers Doomsday is shaping up to be one of the most exciting superhero movies coming up. It could completely shake up the MCU and help address some of the challenges the franchise has faced since Endgame. Having RDJ return in such a huge role is a bold move, but sometimes bold is exactly what the MCU needs. If they pull it off, bringing Downey back as Doom could turn out to be one of the smartest and most rewarding decisions for the future of the MCU. Chris Evans, who just popped up in Deadpool and Wolverine, could return for this movie as well. But here's the twist. Chris Evans has said multiple times that he's happily retired from the MCU. He recently shut down rumors about being part of Avengers Doomsday, claiming he's not returning. But his comments also make the rumors stronger, considering they contradict the situation. Marvel actors often deny things for secrecy, so it's hard to take Evans' word at face value. Plus, the fact that Evans already made his MCU return just 6 months ago in Deadpool and Wolverine is a big clue. It doesn't exactly scream happily retired when you pop up in a surprising cameo as Johnny Storm, especially when it's a completely different character from Steve Rogers. That cameo shows he's still in the MCU and enjoying new roles without touching the legacy of Captain America. Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow, June 26, 2026. Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow is set to be a significant departure from the usual superhero origin stories, diving into a darker and more intense take on the character. The film promises to explore Supergirl's journey, contrasting her upbringing with Superman's. While Superman was raised in a loving home on Earth, Supergirl's early life on Krypton was far more traumatic. She witnessed the destruction of her home planet and the loss of her loved ones, making her a more hardened and complex character than audiences may expect. James Gunn's approach to this Supergirl film is especially intriguing, as he teases a version of Supergirl who is tough, gritty, and very different from the more traditional, optimistic version seen in previous adaptations. Her adjustment to Earth life will undoubtedly be a key theme, as she faces the challenges of adapting to a new world while grappling with her tragic past. The film is also part of a broader exploration of lesser-known DC characters. With figures like Booster Gold and Swamp Thing already confirmed, Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow marks a key moment in how the DC Universe will tackle characters who haven't had as much screen time or recognition as icons like Superman and Batman. It's exciting to think about how Gunn's darker, character-driven approach will bring new layers to a hero with a rich but often overlooked comic history. Spider-Man 4, July 24, 2026. Spider-Man 4 is officially set to swing into cinemas on July 24, 2026, with filming beginning in summer 2025. Tom Holland is returning as Peter Parker, and Zendaya will reprise her role as MJ. Destin Daniel Cretton, known for Shang-Chi, is taking over from John Watts to direct the new movie. Tom Holland teased that the film will explore new territory, which he believes fans will enjoy. As for other characters, there's no confirmation yet for Jacob Batalon, though we might see Jon Favreau's Happy Hogan return. Unfortunately, Marissa Tomei won't return as Aunt May following her tragic death in No Way Home. While there's no clear indication whether other Spider-Men, Andrew Garfield or Tobey Maguire, will appear, the possibility remains open, especially since the multiverse is still in play. In terms of the plot, while No Way Home wrapped up the trilogy, the new movie will explore Peter's choice to focus solely on being Spider-Man, leaving behind his Peter Parker life. Additionally, we might finally get the long-awaited battle between Spider-Man and Venom, as Venom's symbiote was left behind in the MCU after Venom Let There Be Carnage. Well, that's it for today. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe, because more updates are coming on this and other exciting upcoming movies and series. We'll see you next time.